Hi guys, so I'm going to read Detective Comics number 387. This is published in May of 1969. So Detective Comics, Batman's 30th anniversary issue. Well, Robin, ready for another 30 years?
You bet! And so are we!
Celebrating the 30th anniversary of the very first appearance of Batman. To many, the gathering darkness of night calms the troubled turmoil of the world. For some, however, night is but an inky illusion, cloaking the most violent doings of man. And tonight is no exception. Tonight's seething silence witnesses two of Gotham City's night creatures, as they once more dauntlessly face the night's dark destiny. The cry of night is sudden death. Story, Mike Frederick. Art, Bob Brown and Joe Giella.
The evidence is clear, young man. Your father has been murdered, and you were found with the victim. The weapon has your fingerprints on it. I'm taking you in and booking you for murder.
No way, Commissar! You fuzzy-wuzzy think just 'cause you got a gun, you can go around and hassle anyone you feel like? Well, I'm not letting you!
Listen, young man. You were caught in the act.
What, Master Mel? Huh? Man, you been rapping me with the pile of stuff. That means nothing.
Allow me to be the judge of that. Batman! Then you did get my signal.
Now it really looks like Big Brother and the holding company. Ha! You probably don't even appreciate the gag.
Well, I don't think Janis Joplin would appreciate being called Batty either.
Ha! So Bruce has been getting an earful of my Janus records.
Could you fill us in on exactly what's coming off here, Commissioner Gordon? This parody of a gentleman is Mel Lambert. The victim of the crime is his father, an atom chemist. This evening we received a call from the Lambert butler.
When the police commissioner has finished reviewing the evidence,
and ever since we arrived, young Lambert has done nothing but treat us to arrogant language and threatening statements.
Man, I'm just telling you like it is. It's just like you become so warped by the system, you just can't dig it. Why, you punk, I oughta...
Robin, no. You're never going to solve anything by being impulsive. Let's play it cool and use a little reason. We haven't heard your version of what occurred.
That's 'cause I haven't told you, bat guy. Like I said to the commish, I cycled in to see my old man and some strange cat jumped me. I came to and found the old man's dead. That's when the butler showed.
So you've got a motorcycle?
That's right.
I assume you were wearing those gloves when you came in. May I see them?
drawing a high-powered magnifying glass from his utility belt, the cowled crime buster methodically investigates until...
Mel couldn't have used this murder poker, Commissioner. There are no traces, chemical or otherwise, of his riding gloves on it. Therefore, his fingerprints could have been on the poker beforehand. But what's to say he didn't use the poker with his gloves on? Nothing. But you won't be able to prove it. We can make a strong case against him. He was the only one here. The butler saw no one else enter. And there's no other way to get in. Not so, Commissioner. Follow me. See? Behind the bookcase?
Why, that door hasn't been used in years. Like I'd almost forgotten it existed.
Well, someone knew it. Because this is where we entered. It was partially open when we arrived, indicating someone left here in a hurry. So you see, Commissioner, your evidence is circumstantial, and I think there is sufficient doubt about holding young Lambert. You're right, as usual, Batman. We can't reasonably expect to make the evidence we have stick in court. Better a guilty man go free than to jail someone innocent. But say, if this entrance was unknown, Batman, how'd you... Gone. I've worked with Batman for years, and I still can't get used to his mysteriousness.
Let me lay this on you, Gordy. This whole scene is one big bummer. But I don't have to hack it, so I'm splitting.
Soon, in the eerie caverns beneath the mansion of Bruce Wayne, known only as the Batcave,
Master Wayne, Master Dick, what? Why? Punks like Mel Lambert ought to be locked up and key thrown away. He's got no respect for anyone, not even you. If it weren't for guys like you, he couldn't even walk the streets at night.
Like I've been saying, our job is to protect the rights of everyone, not those we just happen to like. Now let's go. It's going to be a long night, and we've got a killer to find. The Batcomputer knew that Lambert was a member of a syndicate, engaged in important scientific research, along with 3 others, Stephen Crane, Paul Rogers, and Alfred Stryker. It appears the first of them is another Nightbird. Crane's light is still on in his lab.
inside,
The police told me about Lambert, and I'll tell you what I told them. I think it was Lambert's son who did it. We've just finished a project to apply atomic energy to certain biochemical processes. Ever since Mel Lambert found out, he has threatened us. Just a few days ago, in his very lab, Mel and his father had an extremely heated argument.
but think of the benefits to mankind.
You're all alike. You know what this will really be used for? For military purposes. So the U.S. can continue its warmongering. You call war a benefit? I swear the people aren't going to take this any longer.
And now his father has been killed. He may be after me next.
All we can do is our best to protect you, Mr. Crane.
See? Even more evidence against that rebel kid. I'm sure he did it.
Don't jump so quickly to conclusions, Robin. The evidence is still rather flimsy against him.
This is what Batman calls protection? Killer Lambert is at it again. Hope we're not too late.
Flinging open the door,
Uh-oh! We're the target!
Down, kid!
Hit the light, Batman! There he is, taking off. If that isn't Mel...
Can't see well enough to be sure.
Well, I'm not letting him cut out without a try. Or Batarang 1000. Or a reasonable facsimile.
I think it's more of the facsimile. He's beat it out the window.
After him!
We better check on Crane's condition first. He may need our immediate attention.
He's a goner, Batman. Crane called the shot all right. If you'll allow me the macabre pun. We're not letting Mel Lambert get away with this one. We delayed too long. Mel scooted off.
Still jumping to conclusions, Robin?
Ooh. Now, do you believe me, oh great deducer? Look at that scratch he laid. Who else rides motorcycles, threatens scientists, acts disrespectful, and kills 2 people? I'm sending out an APB. Get the whole force on the lookout for Mel Lambert.
Why would Mel want with an account of Crane's part in the research?
He wants to destroy the data, along with the 4 who took part in it. That's what. What a warped sense of values he's got.
Could be. Or could it be? Just got a flash. It's a long shot. But we better Batmobile it to Paul Rogers' place, pronto. We'll explain along the way.
Unknown to the dynamic duo, the nervous Paul Rogers, hearing of Lambert's murder, has gone ahead to the neighboring laboratory of his co-worker, Alfred Stryker.
Must see Stryker. Young Lambert may come after us next. Who is it? This is Rogers. I must see you. Okay. I'll release the electronic lock from up here.
The shadows of the interior do nothing to calm Rogers' fear, as his voice cracks with worry.
Stryker? Where are you?
But his worries are just beginning, as... For when Rogers comes to...
Oh... What happened? It is you! No, don't! Stryker, stop him! He's going to kill...
It won't do any good to get hysterical, Rogers. He has already killed Lambert and Crane.
We are next! Not quite, Rogers. The cavalry's here. Sorry about the delay. Lieutenant here led us to your place first. Uh-oh. The Indian doesn't dig the cavalry. Now's my chance to show this punk where it's at. 'Twas a bad trip when he crossed us, Mel. All yours, BM. Now that's the kind of teamwork I can dig. Go ahead, Batman. Get that mask off and see Mel Lambert's face.
I'll be the most surprised one here if it is.
It's not Mel Lambert. Then who? How did this fellow get inside here, Stryker? And why didn't he kill you right away?
Very simple, Rogers. I let him in. He works for me.
You?
Stryker's mind is snapped. He's acting like a madman. You see, Rogers, Stryker was the culprit behind this all along. I had suspected one of you too, when this man's hired killer tried to steal Crane's research data. And who'd want to do that, except someone who's inside the project?
I'd hoped to eliminate the other members of the team, so I could claim their discovery as entirely my own. Cash in on it.
And Mel Lambert's moralistic mouthings conveniently provided a good cover for you.
So ends the case of the Chemical Syndicate.
The gleaming rays of the sun break the night spell, as 2 weary warriors head home.
It's been a hard case. I'll be glad to get some sleep.
I'm not in the mood for sleeping. I was all wrong tonight. I was after a guy who wasn't even involved, just because he turned off personally.
And at the same time...
It was Stryker all the time. And if it hadn't been for Batman, I'd have been tossed in the can, and probably still be there. But what I can't dig, isn't Batman part of the system too? I got some heavy thinking to do.
And that is the end, or the beginning. Memo from the editor to the reader. Every old-time Batmaniac knows of Batman's creation by Bill Finger and Bob Kane. DC's current teen range, Mike Frederick, updated this issue's yarn from the very first Batman story ever published in Detective Comics number 27, May 1939. as a special 30th anniversary issue treat, we reprint this historic Batman, beginning on the second page following. So I've already read that story, but anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests, just let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you when I can do the request. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.